Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Janaha Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Janaha. We'll enter the next chapter, chapter 14, Instruction to Vaishnavas and Brahmos. Instruction to Vaishnavas and Brahmos. Sunday, September 23, 1883. Sri Ramakrishna was sitting in his room at Dakshineshwar with Rakhal, M and other devotees. Rakhal is going to become an important monastic disciple, and for years he had to manage the institution Ramakrishna Math and Mission. Rakhal was still a college student coming to Sri Ramakrishna. Rakhal, M and other devotees. Hazra sat on the porch outside. The master was conversing with the devotees. Master to a devotee: Narendra does not like even you nowadays. To M: why don't you come to see me at others' house? Sri Ramakrishna is talking to devotees. From the God's point of view, the Lord has descended to the world as Sri Ramakrishna. From God's point of view, He is seeing His own image in all jivas. Bhakta, Bhagavan and Bhagavata. The Leela that is going on, having come to this earth, is Bhagavata. He is there, and in his front, his devotees are there. Now, Sri Ramakrishna is seeing in everyone his own image, and the devotees do not know. Some are householders, some are going to be the monastics, but they do not know that Lord is sitting before them and they are devotees, and Lord is seeing Himself like seeing in a mirror. Number of mirrors are placed and you are seeing yourself and talking to all that. That play, the divine play, the thing is, knowing everything, they have to keep playing, just like playing a drama on the stage. He has concealed a player on the stage, a drama. He conceals himself who he is and puts on the part which has been allotted, and will be moving about and doing all things. What a wonderful thing, you see, to know everything, know the past, know the future, know the present, and participate in the play, and just to make them understand, oh, I and you are one. Sri Ramakrishna says, look, know who you are. know who am I, what is our relationship. That's all. The whole thing to be known is who you are, who am I, and what is our relationship. There finally it ends in identity of the devotee and the Bhagavan. From point of devotee's side, they do not know. Sri Ramakrishna is going to give them the knowledge he wants to release every jiva. As the new jivas go on coming, the old jivas go on finishing their education in this universe and go back to the source. Just take a school. If you are joining every year, new nursery classes, pre-nursery classes begin. And one by 1 year, they go ahead and finally finish their graduation and emerge out. So are all the jivas coming into this universe, finally finish their course of passing through the universe. Everyone will attain. Everyone will go back home. It is their birthright. It is their what they are, whether they know or not, that they belong to that and go back. Master to a devotee. Narendra does not like even you nowadays. To a devotee, Sri Ramakrishna is telling. To him, why does not he come to see me at others' house? How versatile Naren is. He is gifted in singing, in playing instruments, and in studies. He is independent and does not care about anybody. He is independent and does not care about anybody. The other day, he was returning to Calcutta with Captain in his carriage. Captain begged Narendra to sit by his side, but he took a seat opposite. He did not even look at Captain. What can a man achieve through mere scholarship? What is needed is prayer and spiritual discipline. Gauri of Indesh was both a scholar and a devotee. He was a worshipper of Divine Mother. Now and then he would be overpowered with spiritual fervor. When he chanted a hymn to the Mother, the Pandits would seem like earthworms beside him. I too would be overcome with ecstasy. Sri Ramakrishna is speaking about Naren, very high of Naren, and for all years, Naren is a college-going boy and has his own ways, and he is living in a different way. But this difference, to be different from others, is what was the cause? Was it his ignorance? Was it his audacity? Was it his something, attachments or desires within, or vasanas of the past life? None of these. He belongs to a realm which is pervading this universe and giving existence to this universe. The all-pervading consciousness, the Chaitanya, that is pervading this universe but remains unaffected by it. Neither it participates nor it merges in it, nor allows anything to interfere in its existence. Like space, Akashamirva nirlipta. Like space doesn't get stained by anything, though it gives room for all things to exist in it. It is not affected by it, nor it instigates, nor fire is there in space, it cannot burn. Space, all other things it burns. It heats up even it cannot heat up the space. Such is the absolute unattachment, absolute purity, eternal purity, by which nothing can stain this space. Try all your means to stain this space, you can't. All other things you can stain, but not space. More subtler than space and pervading the space also is Chaitanya. Space exists because Chaitanya is pervading it. What could be the Chaitanya if space itself is unstained? The whole universe, with multifarious universe, with various things, is there. In that Chaitanya, it is unaffected by. That unaffected Chaitanya is what we are really. Our real nature is that. Go deep within yourself and search, who am I? You will find, I am that Satchidananda Sagara. I have nothing to do with this world or anything. The whole world exists in me, not I in this world. When I am bodily existence, when I in waking state, I belong to this world. I am an insignificant particle in this world. The whole thing reverses when you go to your spiritual existence and see. Travel, take up the inward journey, go, cross one by one layer that you have put on your bodily spiritual existence. Reach the ultimate and see the whole universe is a particle in you. Just like when you are identified with body, you are an insignificant particle in this universe. Now exactly the universe is a particle in you. You are infinite, you are eternal, you are unchanging, while the universe appears and disappears and constantly changing. So that was what Naren is, and he knows that, and he is ever unstained. He can never be stained, but he has an independent, the Chaitanya or the Ishvara, or they don't have individuality. But Naren has individuality like all of us. And he is unstained, he is unchanging, because he is Nitya Siddha. They belong to a class by themselves who come down to earth only to teach mankind and guide them. Few turn, many hear, many don't. Still, God goes on, making all efforts for every jiva to give that knowledge that you are divine, you are divine. The main proclamation of Vivekananda to this world is, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this inner divinity by controlling nature, external and internal. This is the whole of the religion, or whatever you call spirituality, or the purpose of human life. So here we see Naren as Nitya Siddha, and he can never be stained. He is like Akasha, he can never be stained. He is Nitya Siddha. Just he has maintained, nature or God has made him to retain that identity, individual identity, Veshti Chaitanya like. just to serve this world. Who will give us the knowledge? Yes, I have seen God. You too can see. This assurance, who is there to give us except the enlightened ones? They remain after the enlightenment. Many disappear. The moment they get enlightenment, I am the ocean of bliss, Ananda Sagara, disappear into the Ananda Sagara, never to return again. But a few return to give us the message. They are the enlightened ones, the Buddha, and all these people are innumerable saints. From time to time they appear. Oh, there is one. Go beyond. Don't hold on to anything in this world. Release the rope. Let the world go. Let the rope go. Reach your goal. So this is what Naren is. Sri Ramakrishna is praising him in so many ways, trying to make people understand, try to know who he is. You will know what he will do a little later. What can a man achieve through mere scholarship? What is needed is prayer, the spiritual discipline. Gauri of Indesh was both a scholar and a devotee, Gauri Pandit. He was a worshipper of Divine Mother. Now and then he would be overpowered with spiritual fervor. When he chanted the hymn to Divine Mother, the Pandits would seem like earthworms beside himself. Pandits means they are scholars, well versed in scriptures, and they know from first page of the scripture, suppose Upanishads or Vedas or anything, to the last page. Anything, anytime. Such knowledgeable people, but deprived of devotion to God. Deprived of, they have bookish knowledge, but not practical wisdom even. So when this person, Gauri, used to chant the hymn to Divine Mother, his whole earthly being dissolves, his spiritual being projects out, and that is calling the Mother. When we go to the shrine, when we go to a temple, we must learn this of dissolving our physical being, dissolving our earthly existence, our identity, and project forth our spiritual existence and make God feel our presence. How it would have been, you see. And Ramakrishna himself is charmed by his way of chanting. He says other Pandits around would look like worms. If there is devotion, if there is love of God, all scriptures, what scripture says has been attained. At first, he was a bigoted worshipper of Shakti. He used to pick up tulsi leaves. These leaves are sacred for Vishnu. The bigoted worshipper of Shakti hates everything associated with Vishnu and vice versa. Vaishnavas and Shaktas, they don't go together. Now after Sri Ramakrishna's coming, all these differences have dissolved. He used to pick up tulsi leaves with a couple of sticks so as not to touch them with his fingers all love. Then he went home. When he came back, he did not behave that way anymore. He gave remarkable interpretations of Hindu mythology. He would say that the 10 heads of Ravana represent the 10 organs. Kumbhakarna was the symbol of tamas, Ravana of rajas, Vibhishana of sattva. That was by Vibhishana obtained the favor with Rama. Sattva, raja, tamas. How the transformation comes. He is sincere, this one. When taking out Tulsi, the Tulsi leaf should touch him as if it's going to contaminate him, because it is something precious for the Vaishnavas and an object of contempt for the Shaivas of those days. Now that difference has dissolved. Almost all, even caste, this, that, everything is slowly dissolving, and modern times are overtaking. The material is destroying many of the earlier awarenesses. Some were for good, some were harmful, but the nature needs both good and bad. How he is to, and you see the same mind which was differentiating starts uniting. Oh, he is different from me. As spiritual awareness dawns, as the grace of Mother falls on the Jiva, new dimensions open up, new understandings they get, and you see him giving the Sattva Rajatama meaning of Ravana, Kumbhakarna and Vibhishana, 3 brothers. After the master's midday meal, while he was resting, Ram, Tarak and other devotees arrived from Calcutta. It was Sunday, many people would gather. After the midday meal, while master was resting, Ram, Tarak, a monastic disciple later on, Swami Shivananda, Tarak and some other devotees arrived from Calcutta, youngsters. Ram is not youngster, but Tarak and others, these are all going to be the monastic disciples. Niti Gopal, Tarak and several others were staying with Ram, a householder disciple of the master. Niti Gopal was always in an exalted spiritual mood. Niti Gopal was still a very youngster. Like Naren and others, he is also of more or less same age. Tarak's mind too was always indrawn. Shivananda, how they live in this world, you see. Indrawn. He is seeing, participating, running about, helping, doing all, going to college, studies, everything is going on. But his mind is indrawn, not because of tamas, because of sattva. Sattva and tamas look alike. One exactly opposite. One is disinterested in external world. The other is indifferent to the external world. He is deeply interested and attached to the divine. Because it is just like a person is going for examination. A day before you can see his state of mind. He doesn't want to eat, he doesn't relish anything. A kind of fear, a kind of anxiety possesses him. And because of that, he is indifferent to tastes. Any food doesn't matter for him. But after the exam, he is now chases this world again. But this whole attention is captured by his duties and responsibilities. Fear of world would look down upon him, that fear. Exam, how we strived in for exam. Exactly like the previous day, a college boy or a high school boy, college boy dares a little more, but when the high school students, how they will be, what will be the state of mind? That mind passes through days and nights, months and years, constantly. That is indrawn state. Nitya Gopal was always in exalted spiritual mood. Exalted spiritual mood. Now and then he would become unconscious of the external world. Tarak's mind too was always indrawn, always indrawn. He exchanged words with others. Ram looked after their physical needs. Ram was a householder, disciple of Ram Krishna. Ramchandra Datta. He was one of the important devotees who helped these youngsters to sustain their lives, small needs of their life, to give them protection from the world, even from family problems and other things, keep them here and send for studies because they belong to a different class. All this is taken care actually by God. God arranges for those who are there in the realm of the spirit. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.